Can you solve this quadratic equation by factorization? Remember, to factorize a quadratic expression, you have to think of two numbers, which when you multiply them together, you get the constant term, which in this case we have negative 735. And the moment you add those two numbers together, you shall obtain the coefficient of x, which in this case is 14. So if you cannot think of such numbers in this situation, because the constant is huge, right? It's very huge in the negative direction. So let me show you a simple way to do that. Step number one, bring the coefficient of x down, which is 14. Divide it by 2 and square everything. After this, drop down the constant, which is minus 735. Then subtract. What are we subtracting? Everything here. Everything here. And what do we have here is 14 divided by 2, which is 7. And 7 squared is 49. So subtract 49 here. Let's simplify. We have 7, because 14 divided by 2 is 7 squared. But do not change it to 49. Just leave it as 7 squared. Then what is minus 735 minus 49? It is what? Minus 784, right? Minus 784. But this number is always a perfect squared number. Remember, 28 times 28 will give us this number. So instead of this number, you can write it as 7 squared minus 28 also squared, which is now difference of two squares. And what can you remember about difference of two squares? If you have a minus b, all of them having power of 2, this is the same thing as a minus b multiplied by a plus b. Yes. So we are going to do the same thing here. So this is 7 minus 28 multiplied by 7 plus 28. 7 minus 28 will give us negative 21 times 7 plus 28 will give us 35. So these two numbers, negative 21 and 35, they are the required numbers. They are the numbers required to multiply together to get negative 735. And once you add them together, you get 14. So now we can continue with our solution. So therefore, to factorize it, you can say x minus 21 multiplied by x plus 35 equal to 0 for this quadratic equation. And by setting each factor to be 0, it implies either x is equal to 21 or x equal to negative 35 once the two numbers crosses over equality sign. As simple as that.